There's a reason why your videos aren't working. I was in London recently, a meeting with some cool, talented people. And in most of the conversations I had around making the most of video, I found that their experiences were almost always one of the following. We spent about 10K last year on a video and it's just busy collecting dust on YouTube. None of our videos gave us a return, and we're going to invest rather in SEO. Nobody watches long videos anymore, and what we do is pretty complex, so it will take too much time to explain. Unfortunately, all of these responses are correct. Good intentions aside, video production companies and digital agencies have failed to understand the true expectations of their services by their clients. And so most of the time, budgets get slashed and everyone goes home unhappy. But there's a reason why your videos aren't working. Well, actually, there are three. Bear with me. Number one. You're not getting enough traction because you're speaking to too broad an audience, or you're not niche enough. When you're educating your market on what you do and how your product or service provides value, different segments of your audience want to hear different things. For example, a marketing director is going to be incentivized by what's going to make her role easier. So she'll want to hear about features, about reach, about customer engagement, whereas the head honcho of finance is going to want to understand right off the bat how this is going to save him time and money. Those are two different stories. Now, it's not always as clear-cut as that, but the point still stands. It doesn't matter if your market is only 500 people or even 100 people. When you're in that niche, it's much easier and more effective to speak directly to those decision makers who need to hear what they need to hear. Number two, just posting is not a strategy. The text or the story or the copy that you accompany with your post or the email along with the video content is just as important as the content asset itself. It's not enough to simply ask people to watch your video. You have to take full advantage of your new asset to jumpstart a conversation. If someone likes your video, great. If someone passionately disagrees with what you're saying, even better. But we won't know that unless you're consistently and openly inviting feedback. You have to have a strong call to action, something that instructs or educates people on how to interact with this new piece of content. If you want someone to share their experience on something that you've just shared, say so. If you want them to share your video with other like-minded people, say so. Everywhere you go, you hear about customer journey. Well, this is where it starts. You've got to explicitly show the way on how to go about this journey. Otherwise, that journey turns into a roadblock, or a cul-de-sac, or a dead end, or some other traffic-related ending to this section. Thanks. All right, number three. No matter the medium, storytelling is still a craft. You can't ignore it. And in my opinion, nowhere is that more important than video. But it's amazing how often we simply just forget to tell a story and end up just spouting streams and streams of information, none of which is remotely interesting or relevant unless it's told within the context of a story. In this case, good storytelling allows you to acknowledge the audience's context by directly addressing a pain point or a particular challenge or issue that I, as the customer or the audience, am currently facing. That's what a solid pre-production process needs to address, because it allows you to build that common ground. When you get me as the audience member to care about what you're saying and to listen to your story, that's 50% of the work done right there. So never forget the story. Okay, I hope that made sense. As a call to action to end this video, I'll be in London again in the next few weeks. So if you're around and you want to meet up for a coffee, let me know.